Hey everyone, and welcome back to Comic Studio. And we're glad we absolutely announced that Easter Sunday will be coming up. That you might going to be reminded here for this thing as well, and it's going to be on the next week before for another Eastern Sunday. I'm not pretty sure this isn't going to be what it means. That I just don't know how that we're going to be making sense. So we're about to begin up this video for this time as well, and it must be called Interland Comic Studio. And this isn't going to be for such as a little bit for one thing, and it's going to be called around here Interland. It's owned by Google, the internet's awesome program. So this is absolutely for those four elements like those yellow, blue, red, and green. Even for to do this as well, there's the internet. There must be four different internets. Could be for one of those things as well. Even starting with the good guys like them as well as the internets. And the illegal internets like those things could be around cyberbully, Paisa or Paisa, oversharer, and the hacker. Which is absolutely, I'm started to get a little bit overshared around the past few years of my life. I couldn't believe this isn't going to be whatsoever like this, as the Interland, like those things. And I shouldn't able to be, thankfully, that we're going to be talking around for this low overhit as well. So this isn't going to be for perhaps, that must be for a quite fully. They're not drivers or robots. These are probably with droids like themselves as well. Even there must be most of the cyberbullies as well, and many more for such as there's Paisa as well. The oversharer is actually three sprites. The hacker, most of it's a little bit for these times as well. Another one, there must be 5 different types like those things. There must be lovable like as well. There's a warning sign, a message sign, locked sign, and the bubble message thing as well. There's a phone. There's message secure notification like this. And there must be strict messages. And there must be the calendar, a piggy bank, a credit card, and there's a paper, subject paper, location, and there's a location, and nodes or some kind of love nodes, search icon, detector, and for some kind of a book as well. Even for this thing as well, this is not a real challenge like those things. This is absolutely for the getting the internet awesome as well, to keep things a little bit forever as well. This is absolutely getting for one thing of all time as well. But unfortunately, Google being depreciated before this thing as well. And probably that must be for some kind of posters and for some names. Like even for do this as well. And I'm not pretty sure. This is absolutely for stands for Sharp Alert, Secure Kind Brave. That must be for literally for these learning for the programs like those things. So Interland is owned by Google's program, and that's probably for one for such as a little bit of those things as well. And finally, that must be for some kind of Google front text. This could be for some sort of the Interland world, and that must be a video game for sure. And I couldn't believe I won't be able to be playing this. Sometimes it was, and that we really don't know about this. Sometimes it was depreciated, but unfortunately, my computer was completely unplayable a year ago. That perhaps that unable to play Roblox even for a little bit long time as well. and there must be nothing another one as well. So the next one is the Legends Family Adventure. It has two categories for themselves as well. Between the same as the sprites, they should be enemies like themselves. Yeah, there must be 3 and 4 that we got here. Overall, let's go into try to review some kind of these guys. Now, absolutely we didn't know for around here is we got for some kind of multiple sprites. We got for around of those things as well. I'm not pretty sure this isn't going to be a main character itself. There must be 1 sprite overall. Another one could be this one. And this one. That must be a Google hat. The Google hat. Yeah, that was gonna be right over here. So that must be for some kinds of stuff that we got over here. There must be trees, some rockies or clouds, a microphone or some kind of staff, and a teddy bear. And what is absolutely for the message bar, and or some kind of a message thing as unknown thing as well. So there must be a message talking to you as well. That would probably something that could give a call like them. And there must be the backgrounds of the Legends Family Adventure. So that must be an animated series. Could be even this one. Probably not for the official game like themselves. And probably that should be a reference of Brawl Stars. I never get it for a round of those things. But the place looked like Cloudsdale, or the castle in the sky from Cookie Run Kingdom. I couldn't believe this isn't gonna be actually for like this anyways as well. I'll be right back of this video, and it might going to be taking a little bit longer as I possibly indeed it. Being the internet awesome was way unsafe because due to Microsoft Edge has run the same technology as Google. Probably that we're going to be never seeing like these things as well. So we absolutely going to be checking out for the this is not studio crossovers. We're reviewing for some user comics all the way down into some kind of for unknown things whenever that we're going to be saying this thing as well. So this is not going to be for their sanity's gone or whenever that we're finally actually that probably finding out for whatsoever. So let's get right here to the Interland Comics. So we're finding out anyways as well for taking a little bit long time as well. So this is absolutely for things that would change or turning into something even ridiculously going on. Unfortunately, that someone is absolutely using the Adobe like those things. They are just absolutely getting scammed like themselves as well. So we're absolutely taking for the top ratings of course. So this is not 100% complete as well. There aren't characters like themselves, but they turn into some cringe versions everywhere. So let's get down into the first couple of those things like themselves. This is absolutely for this pretty new studio as well. It came from around here from many years ago. And I never believe it. This thing is absolutely becoming for more competitive like this. But things have just gone repetitive like the arts. And even worse things could happen to everyone's life, turning brain rots everywhere. But yes, that wasn't going to be for such as a little bit for old school. We're still having for great old school for this time. And I probably assume that we just completely added multiple Pokemon characters, including their clones itself. And you might think that we're going to be saying this. And that was absolutely for a various surprise like these things. Cookie Droid has took over for itself, that I just added a little bit more, including that we're just completely added lots of Cookie Run characters, around the map and the animation series like themselves. Even of course that we added automobiles such as the Camaro, the Traverse, and the 911 GT3 RS, the old facelift version as of the Gran Turismo like this. So that nothing that we're going to be started off is the playground. Added 2 astronaut cookies, 3 cookie droids around here, including on the slide. There's a skater cookie, the ion cookie bots everywhere for round of those things, and there's cyborg cookie on 3 around into their some kind of platforms or for some sort of in the lower slots as well. Even for the stage as well in game, there's hero cookie around here under in the land as well. And I'm not very sure. 2 cookie droids and a cyber cookie are on in the town eventually. In the deserts, we added the Camaro and the 911 GG3 RS. There is Xanatol Nova almost everywhere for itself. It could be for round of 3 things or 3 around of those clips like those things as well. Even like there's labs as well. 2 cookie droids flying and another one right over here just between the 2 cars. And in front of the city like them as well. And which could be for around the cookie droids and even for around here. In the playground, there is Cyber Cookie sitting on top of the Chevy Traverse, the 2019 model year, and right beside with the Cookie Droid. And that will be the end of this video. That'll possibly ridiculously go wrong by itself, since by around from years ago, from almost 10 years ago, sometimes that some kind of like this thing as no longer exists around here in Cookie Run Oven Break. It's been a long time that we didn't actually seen the Cookie Droid around here. That's since from almost 10 years ago. And I never believed this is absolutely going to be Cookie Run Oven Break is running for about 10 years. And that wouldn't be able to be for find out what the final update is. I never find out for what is going on. Everything is a limited time, but we're not going to be talking about for this strategy. The link is going to be in the description below as we find out for many of those things. You might going to be doing anything as well, but I didn't absolutely edit the original characters like themselves. Not the original characters, but their characters from the Google Expressions Awesome team, like those things as well. For the the Internet Awesome wasn't going to be a good idea that we're talking about for those things as well. Thankfully, that was kind of fun, adding Cookie Run characters instead of these characters that were completely added, those things. But I wouldn't able to be added with these things as well. So I might going to be talking to many lands and Comic Studio users all later. But don't forget that you're going to be link in the description is to browse some comics, as you might going to be enjoy for some cringy life or some kind of majority of some sort of memes. That's possibly that you're going to be looking out for to check out to browse something as well. So thanks for watching, for all your support, and we're going to be see you next time. I'll talk to you many lads, Comic Studio users, and fellow viewers all later for the next 2 days. And I'll be see you in the next video that I just already said that already for literally for many times as well.